Up. An enthusiastic shake. That's good. All right. Yes. Down. Roll over. Okay, counter your vote. That's a good dog.
Hi, I'm Ben Lemberg. I'm the director of Good Boy. This is the star, Indy. He is the good boy. And this is my wife and the film producer of the film, Kari.
Hi, I'm Kari Fisher.
Thank you for being here. Ben and Kari, I want to start kind of broadly and just ask about where the idea for this film came from and the idea to, use your personal pet in it.
Yeah, so I mean, the idea started with, you're getting a sense of what it was like to actually film with a dog. Hey, you want something? Okay, good boy. So you're not seeing it now because he knows there's food around, but at mealtime, like a lot of dogs, he'll just stare at us, sitting next to his bowl, and he has this like Jack Nicholson from The Shining-esque 1,000-yard stare, and we thought that was a really useful thing to make a movie with. Simultaneously, I think everybody who's had a pet has wondered or maybe worried why their dog was barking at nothing or staring at empty corners, and we kind of wanted to explore that as like, just a core engine of the movie, and spin it into a haunted house movie. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a challenge. They say don't work with kids or animals for a reason. I absolutely agree with that. The solution to that challenge was to build a production entirely around him. So he's not a theater dog that knows 100 tricks. He's trained to be our friend. The way we got the performance out of him, and I'm just using air quotes, is because he's the most method of method actors. He's affectionate with the characters in the film because he loves me and Kari, and we play the bodies anyway of the two human actors, and then real performers come in and do the vocal performances. And then to address some of the things he couldn't do, it was just constant creative problem solving. My co-writer Alex Cannon and I were constantly on the phone talking about scene 40, the way we thought it was going to start, it's not going to start that way and it never will. But Indy did this other thing, which was really amazing. And that's the new way the scene's going to begin. And, the story didn't really change, but the specifics and the blocking and the way the scares unfolded were kind of a constant invention as we were making the movie.
I was very interested to learn that you spent a year with the final like 10 minutes or so of the film. And I'm curious, why it was important to you to spend so much time to get it right and what went into that last year of the filmmaking process.
Yeah, so here, do you want to start?
Well, you should talk about the shots for sure, but a lot of it was just needing to be very patient with him just because there was a lot of rain involved in the machine, including handmade rain machines that Ben built. But a lot of it was just, taking our time, making sure that you got the coverage that you wanted, and just making sure that Indy was comfortable. There was a lot of rain gear involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, working with an animal takes a long time, period. Adding rain into the mixture, which the finale of the film is on a dark and stormy night, the same way the film begins. But, there's a whole series of bad events that have transpired within the haunted house. How you doing there, buddy?
Good. Just wants whatever's on the ground.
Yeah.
You stay.
But in terms of why we spent so much time, and it wasn't actually the last year of filming. We spent a year of filming, working on the full film, more or less, not necessarily in sequence, but just addressing the scenes the way you would kind of shoot a traditional film, albeit at the pace of a dog. And we had this big finale planned, and we knew we needed to make sure that was possible, that we could get it. There was so much invention needed for the making of the film. We knew we needed to let's make sure we can get the really big scene, as big as the production's going to get, all the rain, all the lightning, the action of it, so to speak. And that ended up just taking a long time. In the finale, there's this part that takes place outside in the rain. That was 9 months of filming just for that.
That was also the summer that Indy gained a lot of weight because we were giving him a fair bit of treats to make sure that he
was having a good time.
Yeah, he was having a good time. But then we just didn't back calculate. We should probably reduce his dinner a little bit, relatively speaking.
So yeah.
I'm very impressed with your patience with Indy here and just talking through the filmmaking process. And I'm curious about if you can talk just through your mindset in those moments of making the production about him and about what was best for him, even if it meant having to make 1,000 adjustments to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we come off as patient. We'd like to say that the film's most important resource was time. There's lots of ways you can, make a movie with an animal. Most films that have dogs as the main character use multiple dogs, and that's how they're able to get like a standard 12-hour shooting day. We were just working with Indy. He's got a very specific look. People said they could dye other dogs to have his like little racing stripe we like to call up, but I was like, let's not kick those tires. Let's just work with Indy. It's already working. But in terms of getting that performance, using time as a resource, it wasn't just, filming, teaching him tricks. Indy, stay. You got it. What a good boy. It was having patience for moments like this where he just gets interested in something else. So that also meant organizing a production where we were, operating on closed sets. It was just us and Kari to have things as distraction-free as possible. We were filming in the house he actually lived in. So he was familiar with it, and that, you could film things that otherwise wouldn't be possible on a real set, like him waking up and falling asleep, or the way when I get out of bed in the morning, he, runs through my legs and likes to get pet. But yeah.